Microsoft would make it Windows 10 exclusive, but at least it'd be on PC and the Xbox S6. You know what I mean? Better than the alternatives. Or I could just take over the world. I mean, it just keeps being the answer to every question.
Huh. Don't know about that. The Queen doesn't exactly strike me as the merciful type.
No, you're wrong about the Queen. Her Majesty is really very kind. Right, Prince?
We know he wants us to be suspicious. Or he could just be trying to shake us up for the heck of it. You're not serious. You think you do all this for laughs? That's the kind of guy he is. Why did you fall for this dude again? I'm just wondering. Oh, right. There was the shirtless section. Never mind. It all makes sense. Or maybe it was that oil bath he and George had. Royal Highness and the good Lady Silenes, and noble knights, we've been expecting you. Welcome to Stormfist. I heard you met with great peril. I'm glad to see you're safe. God, look at his portrait! What is this, Fire Emblem? Look at his portrait! Oh well, Lord Moskell Godwin himself coming out to greet us personally. We're much obliged. As Her Majesty and Queen's loyal servant. Sincerely, sorry. Sorry. I had a little bit of my own slime caught in my mouth there. You're not just a loser, you're a sore loser. Next time we'll be in front of Her Majesty and the Princess, you know. You ought to withdraw right now. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Now then, everyone, shall we continue the tour? This way, please. Gazelle, wait, no, I need to be more pathetic! Alright, who's worse? Gazelle or Urim? The pathetic slime ball, or the competent one? Milady, please marry me. I like to think that as he's saying that, he is making that exact expression. What's the big deal? You want to know? Only humans are allowed past this point. Vile beasts like you are strictly prohibited. I'm no beast, I'm a blacksmith. I want to check out the weapons manuals at the Sacred Games. Silence, vile beast. You're obviously completely clueless, so I'll fill you in. It's perfectly legal to kill non-humans in this town. Hang on, I need to write that one down, too. Remember, this is as good as this kingdom has gotten in a long time. I keep needing... I'm going to mention that in the rumination, too. I'll keep emphasizing that, just so you know how bad it used to be. Makes sense. So these guys must be imposters. What? What kind of logic is that? Anyone that stands in our way is an enemy of Felina. And we'll show you what we do to our enemies. You bleed all over us? Is that your strategy? I got George with me. I'm not even caring at this point. Your Highness? Yeah, what? If Belkut wins, he'll be marrying the princess, won't he? Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. I mean, I could just be his mistress. He can marry her for politics and me for love. What? Uh-oh. That's okay, Mr. Red. I totally trust you. Alright, now that we've told Mr. Red that, let's see. How do we best dispose of him? I'm thinking we'll give him the item. What do you guys think? Is this acceptable to you? As you wish. Now then, Gazelle, we look forward to seeing you again at the engagement ceremony when I have my son assassinate you. You see that, you know, the 3-staff, I don't know what it's called, the 3-staff thing he uses, it's not quite a nunchuck. He's pretty deadly with it. You ever been beaten to death? Because you're gonna know what it feels like. What do you mean? I'm dressed quite normally, if you ask me. I like how we can't even see what she's dressed like. What's normal? About anything you're wearing? Hussy, 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 hussy. Oh, you know. I was gonna say, have you seen your aunt? Seems the princess doesn't like hussies. Oh, you must be the beautiful rune mistress Kyle was raving about. Or as he put it, that fine babe. I'm flattered. A rune mistress? This hussy? Please stop calling her that. My name is Jean. I'm honored to have such important people in my shop. How can I help you? I'd like to buy some runes, please. It bothers me how many customers come to my shops and don't even look at my runes. It's okay, they're looking at all your runes, I swear. Alright, so what do we got? I still have videos in the Kingdom Hearts lore room, which haven't been released, by the way. Although that timeline's coming up in like a few days, I think, at this point. It's like, I think it's this Friday. I mean, really? Really think about that. 5-hour video of footage, me, and chat, which has been blocked from viewing because of a 2-minute song. I really want you to process how monumentally nonsensical that is. If that's all you took away from Edgar, no offense, but you were probably not paying attention. That's why I was looking it up on Wolfenstein. Is that a bunny with an axe? Not gonna question it. I'm not gonna question it. Hey, Prince. During the ceremony, you gotta shout, "No! You will pry my sister from my cold, dead hands!" Come on, I dare ya. Deal.
Gazelle, evening, sir.
Is the banquet over already, sir?
Yes. It's the princess's bedtime, you see.
Because she's
A
10.
little while ago, an attendant came by and brought us some of the banquet food. It was quite delicious. Thank you.
Hey, what's wrong? Kidding.
They really like that sleeping agent, don't they? But in all seriousness, he's going to mega die. I'm going to send an army up there, and then I'm going to just go walk up to his face and blow his head off with a shotgun. No, picture it. Big, dramatic battle, you know, swords, magic, and then just walk up and out of absolutely nowhere, shotgun. Your Royal Highness, I would much appreciate it if you would get to know my daughter much, much better. I think it would benefit all of us. No! Oh, I'm going to kill you someday. You know, that's the kind of villain I'd be. I'd be like, oh, that's really funny, Lord North. Oh, and I'd put my hand on his shoulder and be like, I'm gonna kill you someday. And I'd just laugh. And he'd look at me like it's a joke, but I'd be laughing sincerely because it's so funny to me that I'm going to kill him someday. Oh. Oh. It's gonna be great. I'm not even sure what I'm going to use. Maybe something quick, you know? Just a quick... Hold up, prison guards are supposed to be watching prisoners. How come you're protecting one of them? The powers that be ordered the incarceration of Lady Mercedes. We were simply following orders. But from the beginning, we thought her imprisonment unjust. And after guarding her for so long, we took to chatting with her to pass the time. And then she mind-controlled us. Oh wait, sorry, this isn't Harry Potter. Oh god. Yeah, how many people can claim to have beaten Ride to Hell Retribution? I will soon have the claim to have beaten it twice. But there's always the people who will complain it's too easy in your game. Even if they're lying, or if they're being elitist, or if they're exaggerating. Like, for example, I've heard people say, Final Fantasy V is a pathetically easy game. And those people are wrong. Because because they're wrong. I don't have a better way to say that. Just because you have the capacity to become very strong for certain situations and the ability to adapt to each battle does not make the game easy, right? I mean, ignoring the obvious expertise required to know what to do to begin with, walking into the fight, the time and experience spent in order to make sure that you're ready for said fight, and the fact that the game can have issues in the fly, so you still have to adapt on the fly, but no, it's super easy. You know what I mean. People just... It's such a common thing. And this isn't an internet thing. People in the playgrounds used to say this back in the NES days, right? Oh man, this game is so pathetically easy. It's so easy to break, or it's so easy to crush, or you can just become so strong. All you have to do is this 17-step combo. But I bring that up because there's the noisemakers, who, in my opinion, shouldn't be listened to because they're just making noise, right? But then there's the people who really do think that these games are simply not that challenging, right? And you've got both of those people effectively saying the same thing. This game is too easy. Now, this ties into the min-maxing thing, because min-maxers tend to sit in one of those two categories, or both. And as a consequence, a developer that listens to them too much can lead to some bad design, to be perfectly frank. The point is, there's nothing wrong with catering to the crowd that wants more difficulty. In fact, I would say it's a good thing. The problem is catering too much. And this ties back into that original point. Min-maxers who push too hard and who are listened to too much can lead to problems in game design, which can absolutely reduce the overall enjoyment of work. I have always, will always humbly serve with selfless devotion. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. The room should be prepared for all of you in just a moment. Till then, my volunteers, relax, relax. When you get a lot of vowels involved, there's a lot of options. Oh my god, he has a statue of himself. It is I, Salem Barrows. I'm ever so terribly sorry to bother you this late this fine in the evening. However, we have important matters to discuss in private. Would your highness be kind enough to let me in? Sex scene. How old is our character? With that in mind, I think we should also come up with a new name for the Prince's forces. Yes, we must name our army. Unless you want the enemy to keep calling us the Rebel Army and those traitors. No, I don't, so... a new name? How about the Orange Army? Wah, wah. The Unicorn Army. Okay, I don't get that one. No, something simple. How about the Prince's Army? What do you think, Your Highness? Fits. No. I was just seeing if it would fit.
I'm still fine. I can still fight.
Okay.
Oh, I can't believe it. Beaten by a kid.
Rolling. Typical. We find these ruins as well preserved as these, and our first thought is to use them as weapons. Yep, the Prometheans, or the Forerunners, or the Precursors, or the Emerocians, or the Dragons. That's another one. Now, there's actually two sides to Death of the Author. That's why I'm combining these into one here. What? I'm gonna make this our fruit hatred for paint. There's just an apple getting smashed by a hammer. See you around, Unix. Have a good day at work. One of the earliest discussions I ever had with Laura Loaded was exactly about that topic, and it took him a few minutes to realize that I wasn't arguing that the author, you know, that it was never relevant, whereas because that's the kind of argument he was used to. Because Laura Loaded is used to arguing with people on the internet, as opposed to people. What? So at this point, I'm only really going to be accepting of completely wiping out the enemy forces, because they've pissed me off. So, no mercy. If you want to surrender, you can kill yourselves, or you can stand there and let us kill you quicker. These are your choices. You can fight back, but it'll be more painful. You flatter me, but I'll take your word for now. The increasingly impudent rebellion is spreading to the south-central region, and they called themselves you traitors for some reason. No, please understand, were we to join any human cause, it would be yours. But we've learned our lesson from building the fortress. Better to be safe and avoid all human conflicts. Besides, our beavers are builders, not fighters. Yeah, we couldn't possibly ask you... Look, do you have any idea how valuable you'd be as a worker core? Maybe that's just the logistician in me. Logistician in me, but come on! Whatever. Alright, so they won't join us. Probably won't. And that's probably exactly what they want. Companies have a very long-standing habit of assuming that new things can be approached like old things, and try to do everything they can in order to try and curtail or injure the new thing in the effort to try and squeeze money out of it. That is a very old, very common practice. Oh, yep, hang on, gotta see if there's a tramp stamp. Not because she's a slut, but because she's a demon. We all know only demons have tramp stamps, right? I actually don't know anybody who does. Now that occurs to me.
I lost.
Ouch and double ouch. You Sir Rebecca Wallop. You sure you even want a weak little girl like me in your team? Just kidding. I mean, who wouldn't want a bunch of cool-looking special moves like mine on their side? So, here, you can have the super-duper special prize. A potion. Just go to the town. Go to the castle. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna question it. Yep. It's a legitimate hiring process, Archmarkley. Let's see. You want to work for us, huh? Okay, hang on. Roll up the sleeves. Bam, bam. Why are you hitting me? We're trying to recruit you. Oh, I can't feel my face. Yeah, it's pretty exciting for me, too. You're a good prospect. Oh, thunk. Alright, welcome to the team. Judy from HR will introduce you to the company doctors. Sir, maybe you're a complete incompetent. Sir, I think you just shot me accidentally. Sir, you keep shooting me accidentally. Maybe you should stop shooting me, sir. Ah! Sir, you've shot me. That's a waste of ammunition. I'm gonna have to write you up, General. Ah, more waste of ammunition. This is treason. Those are company resources you're blowing away.
Ah! Bandits! Bandits are coming! Ah!
Hey, Bandit Prince, how dare you attack Sable?
No! Help! Ah!
Hold it right there! Yerum Burrows has arrived. People of Sable, I am here, so have no fear. I hope you're ready for me, you Bandit Prince. I can't believe you've allowed yourself to sink so low, you mean, despicable fellow. What would your poor dead parents think of you now? I will not let you besmirch the name of Felena's royal family any further, so just wait right there, or beware!
Ah, now it's all clear. The whole thing didn't make any sense in the first place. The prince could have all the gold and jewels a guy could ever want. We've been had. First Lord Salem Burrows, now young Master Yerum Burrows. What is wrong with that family? Their frilly clothes must cut off the oxygen to their brains. I feel like giving a good old noble a good old-fashioned pounding right about now. No, no, please, please. I'll do anything to make it up to you guys. Anything, anything, anything. Oh. This is an even better show than I imagined. Lady Siledes, this was all you're doing? You got it. Oh, by the way, do you recall the last thing I said to you? If it weren't for Lucerina, I'd tear you limb from limb. Ring a bell? Looks like the crowd would be more than willing to give me a hand, don't you think? Oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Legs, don't fail me now. Little fop's getting away. After him. Pound the frills off of him.
Master Yoram, be careful.
I know. I don't need anyone to tell me.
Master Yoram!
What is he doing?
I don't know. Beats me.
Master Yoram, are you alright?
Oh, of course I'm not all right! Why didn't you guys hold me up like you were supposed to?
But you slipped. It wasn't our fault.
Quiet! I've heard enough. Now come on. Shoo, shoo. Now then, sorry for the wait. At last, the time has come to punish this atrocious fiend of a prince. With this sword in hand, I shall slay thee!
Get him!
No, meddling old princess. I can't believe you beat a legendary pirate such as myself. But don't you think you've won? Next time, you'll see my true power.
Try what you will, but you will never succeed! I'll always protect the island nations!
Thank you very much for watching the show.
So, the walkthrough says, walk east from here to see a puppet show that loosely depicts the events from Suikoden 4. This little puppet show is more compelling than the game itself because Suikoden 4 was a bad game. Oh no, their infantry are attacking my cavalry. With 4 stalks of charge.
Don't let him get away!
There's a scene where the Joker is talking to Kent. Or not Kent. Dent. He's saying, if I go say I'm gonna kill some gang baiters, nobody panics because it's all part of the plan. But if I say I'm gonna kill one measly little mayor, everybody loses their minds. Remember that scene? Well, the reason I bring it up is out of absolutely nowhere, earlier today, just a random thought popped into my head. Now imagine his voice, okay? If I give a positive to a game, nobody cares because it's all part of the plan. But if I give one measly little negative, everybody loses their minds. Sorry, it is something that had popped into my head earlier and it made me laugh. I wanted to share it. We've talked about it before. There's good reason for it. It's just it did amuse me to think about it in that framing. Your Highness, please let me join your army. I must defeat that filthy devil Godwin. My own 2 hands shall squeeze his neck. I'll stab him in the forehead? Why the forehead? With my fingernail. It's not gonna... Divine retribution. Oh. Oh, my. Please forgive me, forgot myself for a moment. Even so, my wish to join your army was not merely caused by my overexcited passions. Please, I would be most honored to join your fine and noble army, Your Highness. We got him! We did it! We got through the whole thing without skipping. That took more effort than it probably should have. I had to actually... I held the controller so that my hand was completely off the buttons, so I didn't accidentally slip. I'm sorry, Mr. Red. With great trepidation, I do apologize for the discomfort I have caused you. Excuse me, I'm Takamo. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. I've been drawing a map of Helena. Yeah, we're gonna have a map, guys. His Majesty wanted to create and publish maps for the use of all the people, but after His Majesty passed, Godwin declared maps were military secrets. Oh, God, that's so short-sighted. Like, I even see the logic in that. It's just so stupid. Well, he, she, they have several options. You can charge based on how much content is present, in which case people are going to be upset and it's going to hurt the possibility of sales, but you will nevertheless, be able to recompense some of the money per hour. You can charge less. You can charge the same, in which case the people will be like, "Why is an expansion the same cost as the base game?" But you will probably have less issues than the former. You can charge slightly less than the base game, but emphasize in the marketing material many times that this has the same amount or more content than the base game, which would probably help to mitigate that a little bit. I don't suppose releasing it as a standalone is even an option, because that would be my actual first suggestion. But allow me to share a very basic economic principle that most companies have no idea how to understand. You can charge less and sell more to make more. And you would be astonished how many companies do not understand that principle. But my overall point is that even if it is charging less, it is likely that as long as you are charging less, the core fan base will probably go ahead and buy it without reservation because it's an expansion for a game they like, and therefore you at the very least have the guaranteed sales of the existing base. Sales out of base, that's a dice roll. There you are, Runner. How dare you intrude into Her Majesty's base of operations? Throw down your weapons. You're funny. Silence, thou wouldst throweth down thine weapons. Thou darest to call thyself a queen's knight. Treacherous wench, thou stabbeth yon royal family in yon back, and sold out yon wretched nobility. Remove thyself from mine path, wench. I, valiant Prince Runner, shall heroically rescue mine beloved sister. You do nothing of the sort, rebel scum. The fact that she isn't buying this is just... Every single one of your forces shall pay for my humiliation at Doran, and who better to start with than the prince himself? God, you're an idiot, Alania. I mean, I guess we already knew that. Okay, so this is fun. The reason I say it's debatable is because the initial damage would basically be the equivalent of several nukes going off. And then it might have kept going. That's where things get tricky. George did bear arms against Her Majesty Queen Arstad. There's no denying it. Oh, by the way, that super nuke scenario would have been started because she had to take the rune, which started because there was an attempt to take the rune by Godwin, which got pushed because there was a revolt, which happened because of an incompetent leader, which happened because of an improperly built dam. I just really want to re-emphasize the fact that all of the dominoes of this entire game started because the Godwins couldn't make a dam properly. Not that they couldn't make a dam at all. It wasn't even evil. It was pure incompetence. I'll go get Dr. Silva. I'll force her to lay down. By any means necessary. Pull out the sunroom. Lay down. Prince, forgive me. For what? Taking a shiv to the kidney? I am amazed you're alive, woman. Your greetings to you, Sir Queen's Knight. A fine job of bringing Dora to those filthy rebels. Good show. We knew you'd come. Rebel army collaborators had control of the town, but we held out. Our efforts have finally paid off. Our liberators have arrived. Ah, where'd the rebel army go? And where are their collaborators? Oh, they fled. You see, while we were busy welcoming you, they... I mean, I'm sorry, this is actually horrible, but it's hilarious. Oh, thank God you're here to save us. What was that? You were loyal to them. You picked this. You chose this. I don't know, though. These little guys are looking a little bloodthirsty to me. We better watch out. We are humans, after all. No, if Gunn says you aren't the ones, that's good enough for me. There's good dwarves and bad dwarves. No doubt humans are the same. Some humans are bad apples, sure, but only a foolish dwarf would see all humans as the enemy. Was that a brain I just saw? Holy crap. Wish we could get humans to think that way, too. Yeah, seriously! Cast of Meteor Shower, which is gonna... So let's do Comet. We have 5 casts of Comet. So let's use Comet. See what happens. Okay. I need something that can live longer than 1 second. An odd problem, to be assured. Okay, please move. What? In case you missed that, we hit them, and they fled into victory. I just want to be clear about this.
I'm just not feeling this assignment right now.
Hey, soldier. This is an official patrol. Look alive!
But I'm so damn sick of this place. Nothing but kids and lizards. And no women allowed? What's up with that? How's a guy supposed to survive without the ladies? Huh? Huh? Tell me.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
Huh? What? Hey. It's a woman.
I can't believe it. Women aren't allowed around here.
Who cares? What a babe. Yeah.
Look at
wow. Hello. Ooh.
Oh, God!
Well, that takes care of that.
That was too easy.
Wow. Is that really Rahal?
Are you enjoying this?
A true soldier must make full use of all his skills. Since I've been endowed with great beauty, why not use it?
Please, just get out of that getup as soon as you can. It's disturbingly attractive.
Oh my God. Okay. We're just gonna move on. No, we're gonna quote Magneto first. Never trust a beautiful woman, especially one that's interested in you. Just straight up murders the kid in one shot. Wow. This rebels and worthless townspeople. I'm gonna kill every last one of them. Get That's enough, you incompetent fool. How dare you? We've lost the people's trust because of your wretched antics. I'm still not going to join the other side, though, because I'm a moron. This is to us, to the party. The prince has come. We're saved. Yeah, when you are a conquering army, and you conquer a town, and the town's response is, thank God you're here to liberate us. You gotta wonder what the other side's doing, you know?
Listen, I borrowed $5 from him one time, so I had to repay my debt by joining his genocidal campaign. And, you know, that's just how it works, man.
Okay. Wrecker.
My.
Can you really say you're all that different from us?
Yes, I freaking can.
Swear to me, you will pass the Sun Rune on to the next generation without getting lost in its power?
You realize I haven't committed genocide, right? Or attempted genocide. Twice. Right? Like, I don't know if you're aware of that, buddy. I mean, I could talk about all sorts of other horrible things you've done, but... something... the "you're the same as me" speech from this jackass? That's rich. That's like... oh, God, and fiction does this occasionally. It's like, hey, so, you decided to use a trap and strategy to lure the enemy into a defeat. You're exactly the same as Hitler! And I'm just like, what? No, I used a couple of tactics, which might have been a little underhanded, but also involved military engagements against military personnel for a military victory. And the other person's like, you've been bombing civilian centers! I'm like, no, I haven't. You poisoned those... no, I didn't. What are you talking about? What are you up with this? You are exactly the same as me. Sometimes I wonder, this is of course giving the writing staff too much credit, but sometimes I wonder if the reason they go down that particular path is because the characters are like, I've got to think I'm better than the horrible, despicable person I am. So you and I are the same, right? Because that'll make me less bad, right? Oh God.
Is this?
You're earlier than I expected. I guess I underestimated you again, even though that's precisely the reason our side lost.
Lord Godwin.
Don't worry. The reason I melted that glacier was to lead you all here. I had no intention of flooding Valena. I love Valena as much as you do, you know.
Then tell me, why? Why did you kill so many people? Why did you destroy so many lives? Tell me why!
I wanted Valena to be a strong, prosperous country. I truly did. But I think we became spellbound by the power of the Sun Rune before we even realized it. We started to think that absolute justice was on our side, and that it was all right to destroy anyone who disobeyed.
Especially those damn beavers.
Just like Queen Arshtat. But don't misunderstand me.
Please stop trying to kill Miyakis. Please stop succeeding at killing Miyakis. Oh, this might actually kill her, speaking of which. Yep, she's dead, as usual. Marina. She works so hard at the Stormfist Inn that she might take it over someday. She becomes more direct with Belkut. It says it, not me. And then it just kind of goes clunk immediately after that. And you'll notice that the overwhelming majority of story positives, in fact, all the way up until 14, so 14 of those story positives are for up to that point, and only one of them is actually for after that point. So I take it back. 18 of the story positives are for before that point, and one of them is for after that. That's the quickest and easiest way to summarize my opinion here. I feel like this is a legitimately great story right up until that moment, and then it's just like, And you know what's funny? Is in analyzing games like this, I've noticed that there's a lot of games that have that exact problem. Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy Tactics, Suikoden 2. I'll stop there, because those are the three that come to mind immediately. But all of those games have the exact same problem, where it's this great story that falls apart at the last minute. Well, at a certain point in the story.
Your Majesty, protecting the royal family is my sworn duty as one of the Queen's knights.
And you, Leon. Yes? You're doing a fine job as the prince's bodyguard.
Well, obviously, it's Arstad, Mr.
I'm sure the
Red.
day will soon come when you'll be promoted to a full-fledged Queen's Knight.
I mean, I could mute it again if it's bothering you. I just unmuted it because I figured you guys might want to be amused by it. That's also why I'm unhesitatingly talking over it and not really paying attention to the cutscene. Since obviously we already saw all this.
Now then, please report on your visit.
Bless. We must think of the future, even if the people themselves are against us. We must preserve our right to power and maintain order so that Felena may continue to prosper. I believe with my all heart that Lord Godwin is the one who'll make that happen. He alone will save Felena. Are you aware of the genocide campaigns? Plural. I'm just wondering. Are you even cognizant of those? I mean, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to kill you right now, but I'm just curious.